This is very cute. Public scooter parking. Welcome to Ginza, shopping district of Tokyo. Hot matcha latte at Ginza Uji. And there's a cold one for Joy. Hello everyone, I'm Tom and this is Joy.
Hello.
And welcome to our recap of our holiday to Japan in December 2025. So we are now talking about a month later after this holiday. And this is part 1 of 4. And we'll focus on Tokyo today and our time in Disneyland as well, Tokyo Disneyland. So we started this day pretty early to head to Tokyo Disneyland using the metro. About a 45-minute ride, and the metro station is conveniently located right outside the entry to Tokyo Disneyland.
You'll see a lot of people brought their own food, breakfast to sit and eat in the line, and that's exactly what we did as well.
Yeah, we tried to get there pretty much when the gates open, but you still got to clear security at the beginning. Okay, so we cleared security and now we're lining up to get in. It wasn't too cold that day from memory.
Having done rope drop as well in Anaheim, there's definitely more people at Tokyo Disneyland. It's not even comparable.
Yeah. This is the main street when you walk through, all covered at the beginning. Very festive, of course, just going before Christmas. Yeah, weather was good that day. It's like a cold Sydney day. Castle in the middle of the compound there. And this is the Baymax ride, the first one we went on. Yes, those lines, those wait times are real.
Yep, and that 100-minute wait time is as soon as you get in.
Yeah. Cute little ride. Mater's Jamboree. As I said, reminded me of Mater's Jamboree in Disneyland Anaheim.
It's pretty crazy because if you went for the first hour in Anaheim, you'd probably be able to knock off about 3 or 4 rides in that first hour. But no, you'll still spend the first hour waiting at Tokyo Disneyland.
That's still a cute ride.
And I think that 100 wasn't accurate. We were actually waiting there closer to 1.5 to 2 hours for this ride.
Yeah. I mean, you could pay to skip the queue, couldn't you?
Yes, there is Disney Premier Access, which is about 2,000 yen per person per ride. So if you're paying $20 per person in Australian dollars each time, that is going to really add up by the end of the day. And to be fair, we weren't really, our aim was not to, tick rides off. We really just wanted to get a feel of the place. So that's why we didn't do Disney Premier Access. But yeah, you work out yourself whether you pay $20 per person per ride to skip the queue.
Yeah, there's Toontown. That's a familiarity to this place, obviously. But also in Disneyland Anaheim.
Some people might say my time is worth sort of $20 an hour for sure.
But you're right, it does add up if you pay every single time. I think the Disneyland part of Tokyo Disneyland is probably not as crowded. The queues weren't as long as Disney Sea, as you'll find out for our part 2. This is a very similar ride to the one in Disneyland as well.
Gadget's
LA.
Go Coaster.
Yeah.
I don't know what this one's called. Was this also called Gadget's Go Coaster?
I can't remember. Small World. We didn't go on that one, did we, in the end?
No. You have to be selective if you don't want to pay.
I found out when I was there that Disneyland Tokyo is the only property not managed by Disney in the world of all the Disney parks. Obviously licensed. So this is still called Splash Mountain, this ride. The thing I noticed was that it was side by side, so 2 per row as opposed to 1 per row in the old Splash Mountain ride in Disneyland.
But if you're more familiar with the Orlando one, it would have been similar.
Oh, here we go. This is one of the drops. Still a fun ride. I don't think I got too wet, actually. I remember in LA, I'd always get wet. Or more wet than not, riding Splash Mountain. Stayed pretty dry this time. Good view of the park.
I think I've normally been pretty lucky. I've had someone blocking me from getting wet.
Like, I assume all Disneyland parks, it's hard to take a bad photo.
I do miss this song.
In Japanese?
Well, I mean, it's still zippity-doo-dah.
Is this the main castle? Can't remember now.
What do you mean main castle?
There's a few castles, right?
I mean a few castles.
Were there a few castles in Disneyland?
No.
I thought there was a couple.
No. Are you thinking of Rapunzel's Tower at Disney Sea?
Possibly. Oh, the food is exceptional. I dare say much better than the LA one. That's just my own opinion.
I mean, it's not chicken tenders and fries.
I'll take the ebi and rice any day. So this is... What's this? Thunder Mountain? Yes. Big Thunder Mountain. Also a favourite.
I can't remember how long we queued for this, but generally in Anaheim it would be about 20 minutes. It was a lot more here.
I'd say an hour, at least.
Yeah.
Hour and a half, maybe. You can see the sun's kind of already setting on the way down. It's pretty rickety still, this version, in Tokyo. Lots of fun. Okay, so here you go. Nightfall already. No, hang on. This is...
Pirates.
We're inside. Okay, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Actually, okay, this is interesting. There was not really a line for pirates, which there's pretty much always a line for pirates in Anaheim. So I think this was actually the one and only ride where there was a shorter queue time compared to what we would normally do
That's true.
in LA. Yeah.
That's true.
No need to expose your...
So similar, elements with the animatronics. This is like New Orleans. What was that area called in Disneyland? Frontierland? No. That area near Frontierland, Disneyland, where Bourbon Street and looks like New Orleans. I forget the name of that area. Star Tours?
This also had no queue,
Yes.
which is, yeah. I guess Star Wars is not popular in Japan.
Oh, this was nice. This was like warm wine. And this is hot wine. It's actually hot, as I said. And that is like chocolate churro, I think. Almost tipped the wine over. Alright, so night has fallen.
New Orleans Square, by the way.
Thank you. New Orleans Square. See, is that the same castle as
It's
before?
the same castle, it's just lit now.
Oh my goodness. I thought I saw another one. Anyway. So this is Beauty and the Beast. That cushion moved from memory. Now this was a long queue, very long queue.
But this was pretty much the only ride that I was like, I want to make sure I sit on this ride. This was on my list of must do. So it's like, I think even though it was 3 hours, I was like, okay,
Yes.
well, it's worth it because they don't really have it anywhere else.
I must say it was worth it. It was probably the best ride in Disneyland, like this part of Disneyland. And obviously all spoken in Japanese. It's quite an experience in itself.
あなた誰なの
この城の主人だ。
顔を見せて
Amazing animatronics. Obviously the queuing area for these new rides are really good. A lot of detail. Now this ride reminded me of the one in Toontown in LA. Was it called Mickey's Adventure?
Railroad, yeah, Runaway Railroad.
Yeah, something like that.
Railway.
Yeah, so you're in these big teacups that don't spin too much, thankfully. Sort of swaying along and singing with the animatronics.
It's also similar to Rise of the Resistance.
Oh yeah. Like Trackless. All in Japanese, of course. Oh yeah, this is the cool bit. I'm still impressed. Oh, this was amazing.
I like this room.
Yeah. Okay, so there is a bit of spinning in this clip and of the ride itself. Sort of twirling around with Belle and Beast. Is he still called Beast after he transformed? No.
It's a good question.
Prince?
I think so.
He's always known as Beast to me. Yes, apologies for the swaying. And twirling.
One thing I noticed about this Disneyland is that everyone dresses up very well. Like, obviously in Anaheim you get a lot of just like sweatshirts and leggings, but yeah, people make the effort to like dress up and look nice when they're going to Tokyo Disney.
It's a big deal to go to Disneyland for most people, if you don't live nearby. Yeah, I think it was definitely worth it for me to go. It was quite a fun day. Christmas decorations?
So again, we were there more for the ambience, so we didn't really mind, you know, just waiting around in queues. So it depends what your priorities are in terms of whether you're just, you know, trying to tick off as many rides as you can, or whether you're happy just to soak in the atmosphere.
I think if you were to go ride hunting, you could probably spend another day or two there to see them all.
Honestly, though, I think if you are going ride hunting, it's probably worth it just to pay per ride rather than having to pay again to go a whole nother day, and then the accommodation and all that goes with it.
Also true. And you mentioned 2,000 yen per ride. That's per person though, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Alright, we are at a cat cafe here in Takeshita Street in Harajuku. So the next day we went to the cat cafe in Takeshita Street, which is in Harajuku. There's lots of cafes around like this with animals, capybara, otters, you name it. This establishment was there 2 years ago when we were here, so we thought we'd give it a try this time. You have to take your shoes off, and you get free drinks as well. And the cats are very well behaved, mostly. And some wear diapers like this. We're still being potty trained. Get free drinks for 1 hour. What you got? Coffees?
Oh no, I found my corn drink. My hot corn soup.
Which one to try first? Dispensers for you?
Yep. And it was really hot. I had to wait. Look, is that 95 degrees Celsius?
Corn drink?
It's really hot.
Let's see what's on this side. More traditional type drinks. Coffee.
Maybe that was a countdown timer. It can't be 95 degrees.
Well, might be.
That would be boiling.
I mean,
Almost boiling.
realistically, you know, sure, it's free drinks, but I think the most you can have is like 2 or 3 drinks.
And I mean, yeah, they're what do you call it? It's like a vending machine.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not the highest quality, but it's nice to sip while you're looking at the cats. Oh, this one's cold. Very docile, these kittens. Happy to be stroked.
Yeah, I always wondered about these types of cafes because I've never been to one, but it was, as you can see, spotlessly clean.
Yep, barely any animal dander around. And this is, you could see Takeshita Street below us, so just right in the heart of that tourist area. That was one of the staff just trying to coax the cat.
It's on my back. Really?
All sorts of cats, different coloured cats. Must be so used to humans. Yeah, very clean. I think you pay per hour, I think it was, from memory. It was a set time. And they were very strict on timing. You had to check out. There were signs saying even a minute over you will charge you per rata afterward.
In like 15-minute increments or something, or 5-minute increments, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Probably 15-minute increments.
Japanese are very strict on their timing. If you've ever been to Japan. Cats everywhere. There you go, there's Takeshita Street. This is, pretty sure this is Shibuya, the famous crossing in Tokyo. We've seen it during the day, but not at night time. It is chaos. You have to fight your way through, not fight, but find your way through.
I do think it always looks more crowded on film than it is
Yeah.
in reality. It's not that bad in reality.
No, that's right. Still fun. Alright, well that is part 1, everyone. We shall see you all in part 2 as we explore Disney Sea. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in part 2.